Okay, let's talk about serious relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back into your past. Tell us, bring out all the files and share a bit.
Bye.
Have you been in like serious relationships that you felt like this is leading to marriage?
So I don't know how to answer this question.
Okay.
Because all my relationships were serious.
Okay.
In the sense that I've not been in a relationship where I'm like, ooh, we're just here to just explore our bodies together and just do stuff and then, go our separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
No, every relationship I got into, I was serious. I was thinking, this could potentially be a marriage. This is someone I see myself spending the rest of my life with.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe not serious in the sense that, I don't know. I think, yeah, definitely serious. Because my mom would meet my partners, and it's always serious.
Okay.
It's always with the view of the intention. Thank you.
Marriage.
Yeah.
Okay. Of these serious relationships, how long was the longest?
So the longest was about over 2 years, just under 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And getting into these relationships and being serious, what was your view on separation or divorce?
My view on separation was that it shouldn't happen to me.
To everyone else.
Everyone else can handle that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, like, I mean, no one gets into a relationship thinking, oh, we might break up. So, yeah, it's like, it's an unpleasant thing. You don't want it to happen when you're getting into a relationship. Yeah. I don't know if that answers your question.
No, it does.
Okay.
And when you look back and you look at the things that caused the issues that were raised that led to the breakup, would you say they were there like right from the initial stages of the relationship? Maybe you didn't see them, or you were too love struck and you ignored them. What would you say?
Well, for me, I've not been in any long-term relationship where there were issues at the beginning that I ignored. I am not that kind of person at all.
Okay.
If there's an issue, I'm obsessive. Like I say to you, patience is something I'm still working on. I'm very obsessive. If something is wrong, it needs to be fixed, and it needs to be fixed now. And if it cannot be fixed, then I need to make a decision, and I need to make it now.
Yeah.
So I've not had a long-term relationship where I was just like seeing all these red flags pop up, and I'm just like, no, I see not. What are you? I see nothing. No, I've not been there.
Yeah.
So whatever issues led to the breakup are things that whether my partner or I discovered during the relationship, and they felt like, I cannot continue, with these kind of issues present, or I felt like I cannot continue with these kind of issues present. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. And how would you say the relationships were in general?
I've been lucky. I've been blessed. I've been lucky. I've had like really wonderful relationships. I've had people that I look back and I say, that person really loved me. Yeah. And I've had average ones where I'm like, that was okay. That guy liked me or loved me, but they're not really in love with me. They're not crazy. And I've had relationships where you know that this person is absolutely crazy about you. Yeah.
And after that, especially the ones that you feel like this person really loved me. Okay, first of all, who broke up with who?
There are ones where I broke up with my partner, and there are ones where my partner broke up with me.
Yeah. And following the breakup.
Let me qualify that. I think it's very important to mention this.
Okay.
I always, I've never had a man break up with me.
Okay.
Basically say to me, this relationship is over. But I have had a man check out before me. In the relationship.
They don't say it.
They don't say. They would. I don't know how long they would have dragged me if I had the ability to lie to myself.
Yeah.
They probably would have dragged me for another year or whatever. But there were times when in the relationship you can see that something has changed. This is no longer the same. And I'm like, look, something's not right. I know I haven't changed. I know I still feel the same way. So you have changed, and look, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Because I hear women say, oh no, I've never had a guy break up with me. That is so not true. That is such a lie. They may not say, men are not fond of saying, I no longer want this relationship. But, you will see those actions. It's very important in this dating space to be honest with yourself. There is no one person on earth who is desirable to every human being. Sometimes you get into a relationship and the person thinks, you're pretty and all, but I cannot put up with this, and then leave for different reasons. So I feel like it's okay to own that and to say, that relationship, I still wanted it to continue, but I felt like my partner had checked out, and I was forced to then put a stop to it. Because it was becoming unhealthy and stuff. And so, but I thought I'd just mention that.
Let us know if somebody checked out on you before you never actually verbally said I'm out.
Yes, please, let's have that conversation. I'd love to hear what people think about that. But I think it happens.
Yeah. And what would you say to people who see it, but like, it's difficult. It's difficult to like say, to accept what's happening, to acknowledge, accept, and move on. Like, how does one do it? I think we're very different as people. Some people are, they might take it personally. Some people feel like I've invested so much, and if I just leave now, no, I can't leave. Let's try and make it work somehow so that I can salvage everything that, How would you advise such a person?
But now the thing is, you're continuing to invest more. With each day that you stay in that relationship, you're investing more. So for me, my advice would be, guys, be quick. Be quick to make the decision to leave before you invest too much. So you invest in a relationship, right? And it's beautiful and everyone's enjoying and it's nice. You cannot look at those things and say, oh, I've wasted all this. That's not wasted. The relationship was beautiful. You were enjoying. But wasting starts at the point where the other person is out. And
you still want to invest.
You still want to invest. So don't take too long in that space. Like, it never, ever, ever, ever turns out right. Like, when a person no longer wants, what's even better is to have that separation, and then when they are alone, they might come back to that place of, I think I still like this person, can we try again? But when you suffocate a person, and by the time that relationship ends, they're just like, ooh, thank you, Jesus, she's gone. There's no hope for there ever being, truthful reflection on their part and saying, I think I was too quick to write this person off. I think I was, too critical or too hard on this person. Maybe these issues can be worked out and stuff like that. And for me, my biggest thing has always been my dignity. My dignity. Every relationship I get into, I want to live with my dignity intact. I do not want to bump into an ex that I'm like, oh my goodness, this guy must not see me, because I'm so ashamed of my desperation or the things I was doing in the relationship. So I'm very quick to say, and I'm very honest with myself. That's also something that really helps me. I'm very honest with myself about what is going on. So I sit and have conversations with myself, and I'm like, Sandra, this dude no longer wants this relationship. What are you doing? And have those conversations and be okay with that. And also, having been someone that kind of, I think I would say I had what people call pretty privilege. So growing up, I had a lot of guys that wanted to be with me, and a lot of guys that I didn't want to be with. So for me, when someone doesn't want to be with me, I don't think there's something wrong with me. There's definitely nothing wrong with the guys I didn't want to be with. It was just a preference. It was just a preference. So for me, when someone doesn't want to be with me, I'm not like, oh, what is wrong with me? No, what do you mean? It's not about you. The person doesn't want. You are not what this person wants. And sometimes you get into a relationship also because of having dated enough guys to know that sometimes you get into a relationship and you want it to last, and then while you're in the relationship, as you get to know the person, you're like, it's not what I wanted. And having left relationships like that because I was like, no, this is not what I want, I'm also okay for someone to live like that.
Yeah, because you also might not be what they want.
Yes, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think when you go into it with that in your mind already, it's easy to deal with it. I will tell you, I've been heartbroken. I have cried over some people that have, decided not this relationship is not what they want. I have grieved, but it's always a thing of, it is painful when you want something to work out and then it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
So there is that emotional pain of the separation and everything, but it's not a thing of what is wrong with me. Like, I cannot even relate to that question of what is wrong. What do you mean what is wrong with you? There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. You are just not what this person wants. And I think if people could just have that in mind to say,
why do you think people don't have that in mind? Why do you think a person will blame himself or herself for not being wanted? Like, why would they feel that way? What's your view?
I think it's low-key pride.
Oh, okay.
To think that every person should want me,
Mm-hmm.
and it's low self-esteem, because low self-esteem is also pride.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're overly obsessed with yourself, you are going to be thinking everybody's thinking about you, and you're going to feel very down about
when
your
you
mistakes and whatnot.
That they don't.
Yes. And in the meantime, people are not thinking about you. People have their own problems going on in their lives.
Thinking of the fuel increase.
You know how expensive fuel is, and you think I'm at my house thinking about what you were wearing. No, I mean, in that moment, split second, I'll be like, the outfit's horrible.
And then finish.
And then it's done.
Yeah.
But if you're always in your head thinking everyone is thinking about you, you're going to end up having low self-esteem. So I think it's just an obsession with you that causes you to think that, everything is about you. Someone breaking up with you might actually not be about you. Yeah.
Let's speak to the people that ghost people and check out without letting us know. People who don't have the decency or courage to say, okay, this is how far we've gone and I don't want you anymore for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I think that's disrespectful.
Yeah, definitely. And it's so hurtful.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, the weird thing though is, I am okay with it in relationships. I'm fine with guys not telling me they're done.
Okay.
I'm okay with that, because what I have seen is, maybe with my relationships, you are with someone who really does love you, and they have been communicating with you what their problems are. You have not
You
been
mean
taking
their problems with you?
with you and the relationship and the dynamic and everything. You have not been taking them seriously until they reach a point where they're like, I can no longer do this. You will have had those conversations and seen this thing coming.
Okay.
So I don't think I was ever blindsided.
All right.
I think I knew what I had done, and I knew to say, I pushed this person too much. I overestimated, I don't know, myself.